Hi, my name's Ross. I'm working on this Kajar today. It's in for a service. As you can see, I've installed the 5-point protection on the vehicle today, just in line with the COVID regulations that we've got in place. So at the front of the vehicle now, we're going to carry out the under bonnet checks. So this consists of checking the oil level, the coolant level, topping up the washer fluid, checking the brake level, the front wipers, battery security. Because this is an A service, we're only checking the oil level today. As with the B service, you'll be draining the oil underneath. So just checking the oil level now, making sure the dipstick's nice and clean, sticking it back in, and nice and quick checking the level there. Quick visual check of the brake fluid reservoir, making sure the cap's nice and secure. Cap's nice and secure on the engine. Screen wash will need topping up, and so will the coolant level. That's just below the maximum there. Battery security, so we just check under there, make sure the terminals are nice and tight and secure, make sure the battery is secure and tight itself, and that will go onto the charger while we're carrying out the clip test, just to make sure there's no errors in the vehicle. So now the under bonnet checks are complete, we're going to check the lights and the wipers around the vehicle. So I'm going to jump in once I've checked the wipers, and we'll get an assistant to check the lights. So quick visual check of the wipers, just making sure the blades are intact, no rips or tears in the blades. And just checking the same around the rear of the vehicle. All good. So this is a check sheet we use for our service checks. I'm just going to carry on and carry out the checks while the car is midway up in the air. So steering, suspension checks, visual check of the lights around the front of the vehicle, checking the number plates and security as well. Also do a quick visual check of the brakes, although we will be removing the wheels, depending on the service, front or rear, to check the rear or front brake pads and measure the discs, of course. So we just do a quick check around the vehicle, just making sure there's no free play in anything. Visual check of the springs, the brake lines, any drive shafts at the front of the vehicle, any rubber, just checking all the mounts, everything's all okay there. Round to the front, visual check of the lights, make sure they're all secure, no damage to anything here, number plate security at the front, and a quick look for damage as well, just to carry out any damage reports we need to around the vehicle. So as you can see, we've got the wheel removed now, so a quick visual check of the braking system, make sure nothing's binding, and we've got our measuring devices here that we use to measure the discs and the pads on the vehicle. So a quick measurement of the disc, set it on hold. It's above the maximum, the minimum set by Renault. And a quick measurement of the pads, just using this as a guide. And everything measuring above the recommended limits. Okay, so at this point we've done the outside tyre wall checks while the car was midway up. We're just going to go and check the tread depths on the tyres now, and any signs of punctures or bad repairs to the centre of the tyre, just making sure there's no excess tread wear to the outside edges, and then finally to the inside, just making sure we can see that it's marked up on the inside, and making sure there's no excess damage, tears or punctures to the inside tyre wall. So once we've done the tyre checks, we'd then go and do our underbody check, remove the under tray and check engine mounting and security, checking for any signs of the hoses or clips out of place on the engine, and just making sure there's no oil leaks or coolant leaks from the vehicle underneath. So obviously we've had the wheel up at the back of the vehicle, just going to torque the wheel nuts up to spec. Right, so we just connected up the battery charger just before we carry out the clip diagnostic check. Important that it's connected up before the current sensor on the negative terminal, of course. So just getting clip connected up to the vehicle now. So for any further information that we need connecting clip up, obviously we use the ICM printout that's given to us in the job pack when the vehicle comes in. So we're clip connected up, we're putting in the vehicle details, we're just doing a multiplex test on that, and that will bring up all the relevant computers along with any faults that may be present in the vehicle. So as you can see, there's no faults detected in this vehicle. If there was faults detected in the vehicle, we'll go into the relevant ECU and follow any fault finding guided diagnostics that were relevant to the fault codes that were on or stored in the system.